Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm beginning a brand new retrospective on The Leftovers. So The Leftovers is a supernatural drama series produced by the HBO network, who are best known for producing other TV shows like The Sopranos, The Wire, Westworld, True Detective, Game of Thrones, and Succession, just to name a few. It was created by Damon Lindelof, who is perhaps best known as a showrunner for the TV show Lost, and Tom Perrotta, who also wrote the novel of the same name that the series is based on. It takes place 3 years after a global event known as the Sudden Departure, in which 2% of the world's population mysteriously vanished without explanation. The lives of several characters who have been affected by this event serve as the focal point for the story. The show ran for 3 seasons and spanned a total of 28 episodes. It received unanimous critical acclaim, with many critics considering it to be one of the greatest TV shows of all time. It's a show that's also gotten better with age, in my opinion, due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And having binged the show myself between February and March this year, I honestly have to say, The Leftovers is now my second favorite TV show of all time, with Breaking Bad still taking the gold medal to this day. And this first season is such a great way to start. So let's get into it. So first of all, I really enjoyed the show's ability to blend numerous genres. There's elements of supernatural fiction, philosophical fiction, magical realism, mystery, and even psychological horror if that's your thing. Thematically, The Leftovers is a pretty deep and thought-provoking show, as it deals with grief, the human condition, brokenness, embracing the unknown, and there's plenty of biblical allegories too. You know, the sudden departure can be compared to stuff like the rapture and end times prophecies and so on. The show also features some of the best and most grounded characters to ever grace the small screen. I'm not going to go over all of them though, just the most important ones. The main protagonist is Kevin Garvey, played by Justin Theroux. Kevin is a chief of police and father of 2 who is trying to maintain a sense of normalcy following the sudden departure. His estranged wife, Lori, has left her life behind to join a mysterious cult called the Guilty Remnant, which comprises of white-clothed, chain-smoking nihilists intent on dragging the rest of humanity into their misery and convince them that nothing else matters from this point onwards. The cult also includes Patty, the leader of the Guilty Remnant's Mapleton chapter, and Meg, played by Liv Tyler, a woman who just recently joined the Guilty Remnant. Kevin and Lori have 2 children together, Tommy and Jill. Despite being a straight-A student, Jill has a troubled relationship with her father, and Tommy has taken refuge with a mysterious guru named Holy Wayne, who claims to be able to heal people of their burdens. Nora Durst, who's played by Carrie Coon, is a wife and mother who lost almost her entire family in the sudden departure, and eventually crosses paths with Kevin in an interesting way. But my absolute favorite character is none other than Matt Jameson, played by none other than Christopher Eccleston, who everybody knows as the 9th Doctor from the Doctor Who franchise. Matt Jameson is a reverend and an editor of a self-published tabloid designed solely to oust people he considers sinners. And the episode 2 Boats and a Helicopter perfectly encapsulates the lengths he will go to as a person when he faces foreclosure from his bank and his church is put up for sale. I also really enjoyed the show's structure. You know, the majority of the episodes will be told from Kevin's perspective, but some of them will be told from Nora's perspective. Of course, 2 Boats and a Helicopter is told from Matt's perspective. And the second to last episode is essentially a flashback episode that showcases what the characters were up to just before the sudden departure, which in of itself may seem frustrating at first, but by that point in time you'll be so invested in the characters that I'm sure you'll be curious to know how everything came to be. The only other thing I can mention without getting into spoilers is my thoughts on the finale. Considering the first season adapts The Leftovers novel in its entirety, the ending that we get for this first season is a good enough foundation for season 2. But even if the show were to somehow be cancelled, this ending could have also served as a series finale. You know, considering how bleak the show can be at times, the ending does leave you with a small glimmer of hope. Not just for the characters, but in a way, for the world itself. Now, the only downside to this season is the pacing, especially since this is the first season. The pilot episode is well over an hour, as well as a few other episodes here and there, so the season as a whole can feel a bit overwhelming since it's just establishing everything. But other than that, everything else about this season is perfect. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Season 1 of The Leftovers. Next time we're going to be looking at Season 2. So thank you all for watching. Please be sure to like the video, share it and subscribe. Ring the bell. Take care and I'll see you soon.